Concept development. It is a critical phase in the development of a product. So in this stage, the needs of the target market are identified and competitive products are reviewed before the product's specification are defined. The product concept is selected along with an economic analysis to come up with an outline of how product is being developed. So when we say concept development, it is an essential tools because it helps the customers how they want to perceive your product in the market. The important thing is that concept development should be simple to understand, well defined, and should have a predictable outcome. It should be good enough to convince customers to buy your product. Next, identifying customers' needs. So, how do we identify customers' needs? So, it is being identified using survey forms, interviews, and research, focus group discussions, observations. So an entrepreneur can easily identify customers' needs and wants through the following way. In this stage, the information that can be possibly gathered are product specification, just like performance, taste, size, the color, the shape, lifespan of the product, and etc. So, for correctly identifying customers' needs is very important for ensuring customers' satisfaction and loyalty to your product. Customers have unique needs. Assuming what a customer wants based on a previous clients can drive the customers away. Identifying customers' needs allows representatives to cross-sell related products or services. That's why we are practicing the following. It's like survey forms, interview, research, focus group discussion, observation, and etc. Next, we have establish target specification. Based on customers' needs and reviews of competitive products, you can now establish target specifications of the prospective new product and or services. A target specifications is essentially a wish list. So your standards define how your company acts, which in turn builds trust in your hand. Employees need to buy into the value of adhering to standards, so everyone is pulling in the same direction and reinforcing your brand. Next, we have to analyze competitive products. It is imperative to analyze existing competitive products to provide important information in establishing product or service specifications. So how do we analyze competitive products? First, we have to remember how to do a competitive product analysis. Evaluate your industry position. Next, understand your competition before conducting a competitive product analysis. Next, start your research. Next, gather and analyze product information details. Next, develop your competitive strategy. And next, continue your research. So, a competitive product analysis will help you to determine where you stand within your industry and what you need to do to outperform your competitors. Next, we have generate product concepts. So after having gone through with previous processes, you may now develop a number of product concepts to illustrate the types of products or services that are technically feasible and will be best met the requirements of the target specifications. So the question here is how we can make our product concept, how we can generate product concept. First thing to remember is to develop the product. Developing your product idea is the first step in creating something worth selling. Next, we will test the market, or we will test the business situation. Next, we will find buyers or clients or customers. Next, choose distribution method. And lastly, write a marketing plan. Next, select product concept. Through the process of evaluation between attributes and the final concept is selected, after the final selection, additional market research can be applied to obtain feedback from certain key customers. So in addition to this, a product concept is the understanding of the dynamics of the product, how our product will change for a better product, or creating a new product, innovate our product in order for us to showcase the best qualities and maximize features of our product. Entrepreneurs spend a lot of time for research and in order to target their specification of the best quality product. So for example, of product concept, we have Apple is one company which works highly on product concept to get the best product to their customers. So Apple's products are perceived to be very high quality with innovative features and great performance. Customers go after the products of Apple, and that creates a marketing pool. Using product concept, a company can give identity to the product and can add functional value and usability so that the intended customers can derive those benefits and eventually buy the product in the market or in your own business. So innovation, on the other hand, helps entrepreneur to get new products with features which customers would like. Next, we have refine product specification. In this stage, product or services specifications are refined on the basis of input from the foregoing activities. Final specifications are the results of extensive study, expected service life, projected selling price, among others, are being considered in this stage. So a product specification is a critical early step for product development, so as it requires critical thinking in the initial stages. So it requires excellent planning of creating a new idea that can help your own business to grow. So it is effectively communicates what you're building and for whom and what the outcome should be. Next, we have to perform economic analysis. Throughout the process of product development, it is very important to always review and estimate the economic implications regarding development expenses, manufacturing, the cost and the selling price of the product or services to be offered or provided. So, in performing economic analysis, the analysis aims to determine how effectively the economy or something within it is operating. So, for example, an economic analysis of a company focuses mainly on how much profit it is making. Economists say that economic analysis is a systematic approach to find out what the optimum use of resources. So, in other words, when we say performing economic analysis, it helps us to make centralized or decentralized decisions on the appropriate choices between our competitors using our available resources, with costs and benefits being defined and valued so as to measure impact of our product or our projects, and to develop more and to innovate our own product. Next, we have to plan the remaining development project. So in this final stage of our SWOT analysis, it is the concept development. You can prepare a detailed development plan, which includes list of activities, necessary resources, and expenses, and development schedule with milestone for tracking progress. Finding value. People buy for a reason. There should be something in your product or service that will make you the best option for your customers to buy your own product. The value you incorporate in your product is called the value proposition. Value proposition is a believable collection of the most persuasive reason, ibig sabihin, convincing yung product mo. Why people should notice you, should buy your own product, and to take action you are asking for. It is what gets people moving, what makes people spend their money to buy your own product or to avail your services. Next, we have innovation. It is the introduction of something new. You will create something creative, something new that will inform your other competitors that you are ahead of the said competition in producing a certain product. This may be a new idea, a new method, or a new device. So if you want to increase your sales and profit, you must innovate your own product in order for you to be on top with other competitors. Next, unique selling proposition. It is the factor or consideration presented by a seller as the reason that one product or service is different from and better than that of the competition. So when we say unique selling proposition, it defines your company's unique position in the marketplace, getting at the heart of your business, the value you offer, and the problem you solve. It is crucial part of effective selling, especially online, where customers or consumers have so many options. But otherwise, if you take into consideration the importance of unique selling proposition, it is convenient for you to have a better place in the market or in your own business. Here's how to discover your unique selling proposition and how to use it to increase your sales and profit. So the first one, you need to use empathy. So when we say empathy, put yourself in the shoes of your customers. Always focus on the needs of the target customers and forget falling in love with your own product or services. So, in the case of handling a business, when we say empathy, Empathy is the best way for you to show your customers that you really care for them. And while it's not always possible for customers service representatives to solve customers' problem, showing empathy helps customers to feel that their concerns matter. It reinforces that they are valued by your company. Next, discovers customers' genuine reason for buying the product. Information is very important in decision making. So when we say discovers customers' genuine reason for buying the product, it is basically means that there are a whole range of reasons why customers buy a product or services. They usually buy to solve either real or perceived problems. They want to move away from pain and towards pleasure. And they want to feel better after having made the decision to buy a product or service than they did before. The process of developing and generating a business idea is not a simple process. Some people come up with a bunch of business ideas that are not really feasible. There are two problems that arises. First is the excessive generation of ideas that can be forever remain as a dreaming stage, and second is when they don't have any ideas. They don't have ideas and don't want to become entrepreneurs. So the most optimal way is to have a systematic approach in generating business ideas. Selecting a business idea that can be transformed into a real business. And here are some basic yet very important considerations that can be used to generate possible ideas for business. So the first one, we have to examine existing goods and services. So the question here, are you satisfied with the product? What do other people who use the product say about it? How can it be improved? So there are many ways of improving a product, from the way it is made to the way it is packed and sold and delivered. You can also improve the materials used in crafting the product. In addition, you can also introduce new ways of using the product, making it more useful and adaptable to the customer's many needs. When you are improving the product or enhancing it, you are doing an innovation. You can also do an invention by introducing an entirely new product to replace the old one. So in generating business ideas, it can came from your own skills. The work and experience you may have in agricultural arts, for example, industrial arts, home economics, drafting, or ICT classes will provide you with business opportunities to acquire the needed skills which will earn you extra income, and should you decide to engage in income generating activities. So in generating business ideas, examine each one in the following guide questions. How to generate our business ideas. First, how much capital is needed to put the business? Where should be the business be located? How big is the demand for the product? Do many people need this product and will continue to need it for a long duration? How is the demand met? Who are processing the products to meet the needs? and how much of the need is now being met or the supply. Do you have the background and experience needed to run this particular business? Will have business be legal and not against any existing and violating government regulation? Is the business in line with your interests and expertise? Your answers to these questions will be helpful in screening and generating business ideas. Which ones among your many ideas are worth examining further and worth pursuing? Next, we have branding. It is a marketing practice of creating a name, a symbol or design or a logo that identifies and differentiates product or services from the rest of the competitors. It is also a promise to your customers. Okay, so branding tells customers or clients for what they can expect from your product or services, and it differentiates your offerings from other competitors. Your brand is derived from who you are, who you want to be, and what people perceive you to be. Branding is one of the most important aspects in any business. An effective brand strategy gives you a major edge in increasingly competitive markets. So in branding, a good products are deliver message clearly, confirm credibility, connect to the target prospect, motivate buyers, and concretize user loyalty. So here are simple tips to publicize your brand. The first one, we have to develop a tagline. So we will write a statement that is meaningful, impressive, and easy to remember to capture the essence of your brand. So a tagline is a short phrase that states a company's overall purpose. A tagline helps highlight a company's brand to the public. And the most important aspect of a tagline is to ensure that it is memorable for the consumers. Next, design a logo. Creating a logo symbolic of your business and consistent with your tagline, and displays it strategically. So, in designing a logo, it is one of the efficient way of communicating information about your business, how you market your own business or your own product. A logo is an important part of your company's brand and makes a significant impact on a company's public perception. In fact, a logo is one of the most important branding investment a business can make. Next, write a brand message. Select a key message to communicate about your brand. So your brand message helps you distinguish from the competition. It gives the customers an idea on your ideas and values, giving them more reason to do business with you. A strong brand message can drive future marketing and content writing decisions. Next, we have to sustain a brand quality. Deliver a promise of quality through your brand. Quality is critical to satisfy customers or in satisfying your customers and retaining their loyalty so they continue to buy from you in the future. Quality products makes an important contribution to long-term revenue and profitability. They also enable you to change and maintain higher prices. Next, we have to practice consistency. Be reliable and consistent to what your brand means in your business. So, consistency in your business is far more important than you can imagine. Being consistent allows you to establish awareness, build trust, and deliver your service efficiently and profitably. Without it, your business is more likely to be failed. How to conduct SWOT analysis. In summary, be realistic about strengths and weaknesses of your business when conducting SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis should be distinguished between where your business is today and where it can be in the future. SWOT analysis should always be specific, avoid any gray areas. Always apply SWOT analysis in relation to your competition, better than or worse than your competition. Keep your SWOT analysis short and simple. Avoid complexity and over-analysis. SWOT analysis is subjective. So, in other words, SWOT analysis is a technique mostly used by companies and business firms to formulate their analysis for new projects or planning. SWOT is an acronym that stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. These four factors together make a perfect model to test out one's research or ideas before planning and implementing the plan or in application. Strength highlights the strengths or positive points that a company has to implement. Weaknesses are negative points or gap areas where a business can improve to do better. And opportunities, it can be regarded as external factors that can be used for one's benefit. So those factors are situational that can occur due to the external events happening in the world of business. For example, many companies started a variety of facial masks amidst coronavirus that lead them to a higher profit. And lastly, we have threats. Unlike opportunities, threats are external negative factors that can harm the organization, the company, or the whole business. For example, the travel bans because of lockdown and coronavirus put travel agencies under a loss at this time. So, in conclusion, SWOT analysis is an easy and amazing procedure to test out research or ideas or hypotheses before directly implementing them to your business or to your company. Business and companies use SWOT analysis along with market research or survey before finally implementing their plan. This gives them an edge to prepare for possible worst or best case scenarios. This is why the importance of SWOT analysis is high in business and marketing. So that's all for today, class, and good day and God bless. Keep safe, everyone.